There are athletes, teachers, coaches, mothers, dancers, and hometown heroes. Beth Knight is all of that and more. Just ask the hundreds of kids she has inspired, check with the community members she's worked with, or attend the LHS events she started, and you'll understand why Beth Knight is our 2014 Education Hometown Hero. For 26 years, Beth Knight has been a fixture at LHS, usually in one of its gyms. She has coached winning girls basketball and volleyball teams, and she teaches some of the most challenging yet popular PE classes.
I am competitive. I push my students out of their comfort zone to do their very best in whatever we're doing.
Coach Knight is all about a challenge, winning and having fun, whether it's in tennis shoes or dance shoes.
About 15 years ago, I was asked to help choreograph a junior high musical that my daughter was in. I'm not a trained choreographer or in dance. My background's athletics, but I loved it. I loved the experience, and my kids wanted to keep doing it.
She volunteered countless hours and used unimaginable energy choreographing and practicing this group of athletes with a girly edge until she turned them into a real dance troupe. They started performing at school assemblies, and soon everyone wanted more. Over the years, Beth's hobby, her little group she started as something fun to do with her daughter, became known as the Dream Team and has now grown into an official Nisha Spirit activity. The routines that once involved a handful of girls turned into huge school extravaganzas involving hundreds of students. Last year, Beth single-handedly taught Michael Jackson's Thriller dance to over 500 students during her PE classes for a flash mob on Halloween performed at the playoff football game. Challenged to take her dream team to a new level, Beth entered them in competitions this year and conquered a third-place win at state. Regardless of the tremendous amount of time it takes her to come up with the theme, choreograph the moves, design the costumes, and actually teach the dance, Coach Knight does whatever it takes to get as many kids involved and add to their high school experience. Over the years, Beth has become known for her dancing and choreography as much as she has for her sports conquests. When Dancing with the Stars was first planned, who better to compete in its inaugural year than Coach Knight? Beth's routine was just like her: positive, fun, high energy, professional, and a winner. No surprise, she took first place. Now, in its fourth year, Beth is still the event's most requested choreographer. Beth's influence on students isn't limited to the gymnasium or the dance floor. For years, she has been a driving force in Project Graduation, an alcohol-free celebration for new graduates. She commits hundreds of hours coordinating volunteers, writing grants, and helping raise huge amounts of money.
I love Project Graduation because it is open to every graduating senior. I know it makes a difference in a lot of kids' lives. I've had a student come to me before wanting to make sure that they would get the cash that night so he could pay the family's electric bill. For a lot of these kids, it is the only thing that they'll get for such an important event as graduating from high school.
No matter what Coach Knight is involved in, she does it right and she puts her heart into it. She turned the LHS volleyball team's Pink Fest into a fundraiser benefiting our local community, and she is also the sponsor of Rotary's Interact Club.
I got involved with Interact because I think it is important for the kids to understand giving back to your community and community service. One year, I remember we were delivering Share Your Christmas, and a student came back out and he was crying, and he said, "Coach, I didn't know people live like that in Lebanon."
But one of the biggest events Beth is credited with starting is Big Man on Campus. Only Coach Knight could get high school boys to perform in front of 2,000 community members and peers in drag.
I heard about the idea of a Big Man on Campus 9 years ago. I knew we could do it, but I wanted to do it in a big way. And so we added opening number, we added the boys competing in talent, swimwear, interview question, and it has evolved over the last 9 years into one of the bigger fundraisers for Project Graduation.
Beth dedicates a crazy amount of time getting decorations set up, securing judges and MCs, finding adult worker volunteers, choreographing the dances, teaching the moves to the contestants, and organizing the entire cabaret. Almost all of it is done outside of school, starting long before the first bell rings and going well after everyone else goes home.
With Big Man on Campus, I love the fact that it pushes the envelope. I am amazed every year what we can try to get the kids to do. And I love when they walk away with loads of confidence from it.
It's such a fun professional event that Big Man on Campus has definitely become the place to be just to see what Beth will do next. Why does she sacrifice so much of her time for LHS?
The best part of my experience has been the kids at Lebanon. Hands down, the kids, the relationships built with the kids, loving what I do for a living, not a job. You know, it's been a blessing to get to come and do what I do every day with the people I do it with.
Ask anyone who has been in her class, played for her, danced alongside her, or worked with her. Beth Knight leads by example. She is compassionate, dependable, and all about the kids.
Coach Knight has threw me way out of my comfort zone, but I'm definitely glad she did.
Coach Knight's a great coach. Her energy is contagious to us on the court.
She's really a great coach. I've learned everything from her.
Dream Team has been such a blast.
I wouldn't put a coconut bra on for anybody but Coach Knight.
BK on 3.
1, 2, 3.
BK!
For promoting school spirit and the inclusion of all students, for a positive attitude and passion for excellence, for devoting time, energy, and creativity to help students have a great LHS experience, we honor Beth Knight as our 2014 Education Hometown Hero.